Oh man, it's raining outside. I think I've done my laundry. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while, and I know it's a bit late, but I'm still gonna say it. Happy New Year's to all of you guys, and also Happy Chinese New Year to all of my Chinese friends that are celebrating Chinese New Year. Right, so as of recording is 31st of January. This video is actually long overdue because right after I got back from my holiday, if you guys remember, I went to Ipoh with a bunch of my friends. Things got a little bit crazy. With work, especially, which is a good sign. So I've been doing photo shoots for cars and motorcycles lately. So how are you guys doing? So far January is coming to an end. I can't believe how fast it is. So yeah, tell me down in the comment section below how you guys been. How's January been so far for you? How's 2022 has been for you guys lately? So a few weeks ago, I posted out on my social media. So I asked you guys what topic you guys want me to talk about, either how do I shoot concerts or about Adobe Lightroom. So a bunch of you guys has answered the poll, and you guys decided that you guys want to see more on Lightroom. So let's get into it. I know I'm a bit late to talk about this update, so let's get into it. I have Lightroom here. I have like 5 photos right here. There's a car, there's a portrait, there's 3 motorcycle photos that I took recently. So yeah, so what I usually do, right? Let's take example of these photos right here. Beautiful car from Lotus. Okay, so what I usually do, I will let's just throw some random presets, right? This is one of their new update, which is like it came out like somewhere around November or October last year, somewhere there. So from here you can see from presets here, it shows here recommended, right? It will analyze the photos that you have on, and then it'll siren. I apologize if you guys can hear thunder in the background because it's raining really heavy right now. Okay, so now as you can see here, it shows here a recommended. So it shows what preset that looks good on your photo, right? So I have photo of car here. Too much, right? Oh, this is nice. I could use a little bit tweak, right? And also if I click more like this, it shows you more of a preset that is, similar to that style, right? So this is the original one. This is the one that we picked earlier, and then we have a bunch more. Like this, this one's a bit dark and a bit warmer. Like this, with a white vignette. So even on this side here, you can see over here how it changed as I scroll through the presets. It shows like, oh, what setting did they use to get to this photo right here. So I'm just gonna go to my own presets, right? Let's see, let's throw on something like dark denim. It's good. So maybe garage. Good. All right, you know what, let's go with dark denim right here, right? So here I'll do my usually presets, like I said before, is usually just a baseline where I want my photos to look. So from there I just adjust accordingly. Of course I have to use lens correction, right? So gotta get the noise back up. Okay, reduce the noise a little bit. Okay, that looks good. Now let's move on to the masking, right? Now, how I used to do back in the days, as you can see, this is all the new, well, some of them you guys are familiar with. For example, like the brush, the linear, and the radial gradient tool, right? So these three are all of us are familiar with. And so, for example, if I were to select a car like this, I can't just simply take a blur like this, radiant mask like this. No, right? So delete that mask. So what Adobe has added in to this new update is that I also have personally been using this update, this feature a lot, and it saved me so much time. Okay, for example, if I want to mask the car, just the car, right? Last time I have to use the brush. I have to use the brush and I have to like brush it. You know, it takes time and it's not 100% accurate. Sometimes they'll, sometimes it's a spot. So what Adobe has done is that you see at the top here, it says select subject, right? Just a single click, analyze the photos, and detecting, working on it. Just a moment, boom, perfectly, right? As you can see, select the car perfectly. Okay, so that way from here I can adjust the exposure, right? I can adjust the contrast. I can basically adjust everything that I need only on the car itself, right? So of course, if you can see, there's a little bit of bleed here on the wire here. So what I can do is that I can just click subtract and use the brush tool, and I can just brush it off. Brush. There we go. So this helps me a lot. I've been using this feature for months, and it has helped with my workflow. To those photographers out there, we tend to shoot in batches, right? And our time is very limited to constantly and manually masking our subject. So this new feature right here helps my workflow a lot. I can just one click and then boom, done, right? So I can just adjust from here. Let's say I want to be brighter, right? Bring down the highlights a little bit, right? Bring down to black a little bit more, make it darker. Just that. There you go, right? And also, here's the most amazing thing. It also works backwards. We invert it. Like, let's say I want to darken up the background, except the car. So let's say I want to select the background instead of the car, right? So as usual, just gonna let it select the object, right? And then I'll just click invert. Boom, everything but the car. So of course there's a little bit of bleed here. So what I can do is that I just zoom in, right? Click subtract, get my brush, and just clean it up a little bit. Just clean it up a little bit. A little bit on the roof. And the window. And there you go. Now from here, I can adjust. Let's say I want the background a little bit darker, I can just bring down the exposure a little bit. Right, I can bring down the highlights a little bit. Maybe shadow. There you go. A little bit of black. Not too much. There you go. Right? So this feature is very useful, and it saved me a lot of time. You had no idea how many times it has saved me the struggle of brushing or masking. Just one click and then boom, I got my subject selected. Now let's move on to portraits. Right now it's clear. Here's a photo of my good friend Marissa. Let's see, let's go with this one. Okay, let's just throw on some random presets here. Let's say Movie 2, right? It's good for portrait. So now as you can see, since this photo is backlight, right, because we have the sun behind her, so her face is kind of darkened, her facial is kind of darkened. So what I want to do is that I want to select her and brighten her up, because the background is already nice and bright. So but I need her to be more brighter. So let's select subject, wait a little bit, boom, perfectly, right? It doesn't even get on the rail. The fact that her hand is over the rail and it select her but the rail, it's amazing, you know. So from here, of course, I can do my usual. I just can brighten her up, darken her, you know, some nice silhouette maybe, right? So you can just bring up the highlight a bit more contrast. Bring up the brightness. Right about there. White. And she's a bit yellow, so I'm bringing down the temperature a little bit. There we go. Okay. Boom. Perfect. Every single time. Alright, now let's move on to the next photo. Right, motor of this motorcycle. Right, picture of this motorcycle. Now as you can see, there's something in the foreground. Right, now let's see if it can detect the motorcycle with this bar in front of the as a foreground. Wait for it. Boom. It selects the bike, but while having the bar like an object as a foreground, it knows that the motorcycle is the subject. So you know, when Adobe released this feature, I'm like, I know that this is gonna save me a lot of time with my editing. So of course it's not perfect, but still it still save me a lot of time. I can just click add, click my brush. Let's say I want a little bit more of this. Let's bring my brush a bit smaller, right? Bring down the feather a little bit. Just color it in. Right. There you go. From there, contrast. Right, a little bit. And on the whites, a little bit blacks. There you go. So it's amazing how AI has come, you know, like it's amazing what AI can do and what AI can help a photographer like me to speed up our editing process. There's a lot of mixed feelings when it comes to AI taking over our jobs, but to me personally, I'm more excited for it because it helps me a lot. It helps to speed up my workflow so that, you know, I can spend less time on worrying about masking and more time of creating. You know, I don't want to be spending hours on like masking and all that jazz, you know, because we all know it's kind of boring, right? So let's move on to last photo right here, right? There is one more feature that they added, which is the sky here, sky mask here. So but first let's just throw in let's say winter. See what's nice here. Ooh, the garage looks nice. Midnight looks nice. Garage looks nice too. And forest looks nice. Well, let's throw in forest here, right? And then you can see again, this is where the light comes from. So I want to, let's try select sky. And wait a moment. Boom, selected the sky. perfectly. So what I have to do last time is that I have to use linear gradient, right? Just draw a line and then, you know, just adjust it from there. But sometimes if I use that, it will affect, if I have pictures like this, it will tend to affect the trees or whatever subject is over it. So with sky mask, it will detect just the sky. So from there, I can adjust my exposure. Okay, you can see how good it is masking even through the tiny branches of the trees. How amazing that is, how great it is. You know, it's just awesome, guys. It's just awesome. So from here I can just adjust the highlights so I can see more clouds. Maybe I can just bring up the brightness a little bit. I can adjust it to be warmer or colder if I want it really blue. You know, nice blue sky maybe. And I can just, like, you know, adjust a little bit. Not bad, right? Just look at that. How amazing that is. I don't have to spend hours masking the sky or the motorcycle, you know, like brush my way to the every single detail of the motorcycle. I just one click, wait for like a few seconds, and boom, there you go. So I'm still amazed, you know. So I've been using it for months. I've been using it ever since it came out, and I've been using it till today. It helps me a lot in terms of my workflow. It's helped me to speed up my workflow so that I can less time on masking the subject. Yeah, guys, any of you guys have you know, Lightroom, you guys should really give it a try. You know, especially those professionals, photographers. If you guys do this, especially those who edit photos in batches, right? Who do batches editing. So it's like just one click and boom, there you go. You know, tiny tweak here and there, and yeah. Well, there you have it, guys. You know, Adobe new masking features. You can select subject, select sky, and the AI will automatically select it for you. To me, so far it'll get like 80 to 90% of the time. You know, it's like it's not 100%. It still helps you to speed up your workflow, especially when it comes to edits. Like, I get it, not everyone likes to, you know, spend much time like masking their subject out, but this has helped me a lot personally. So if you guys have tried this feature before, let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear what your thoughts are on this feature. I love it. Not gonna lie, I love this feature. It actually really helps me a lot. Saved me so much time. So yeah, that's all for today, guys. Simple video about Lightroom. So if you guys like this video and you guys want to see more photography related content, do let me know. You guys know what to do. So till next time, guys. Ciao.